Is it possible they may have tower grounds? The daughter of hell is worth taking a look, don't you think?
Don't know about it, or you're not really great, you know, with your security.
Oh, here it is. A visit to Elaine's home in Cayman. The three were signed out just the other day. That seems worth remembering. It is. I don't know how it slipped my mind, frankly. It's quite unusual.
Because you didn't put it yourself. You can count on your sisters. Always.
See, this is June's usual writing.
Mm-hmm.
But here, it looks as if her hand was moving more slowly. Or perhaps it was someone trying to mimic her handwriting.
No, Sherry remembered making a notation herself.
She was manipulated to do so?
Do you think it might look like this? If a weave of compulsion was being used?
That would break the three oaths. It would mean that someone in the tower has sworn to the dark that
Liandrin!
Black Azure really exists.
I had expected our master to meet me himself.
Our master has more important things to do than play fetch with his dog.
His dog?
What you
Be
do to
nice.
these women is an abomination. Perhaps the Shan-Chan should learn proper respect for the One Power.
I was right!
We respect
This
the One
woman,
Power so much
they are
we
chosen and they are like that
much
because
reason by our Sultan trained for years to prove themselves
they can
worthy.
use
They
the
earn
one power.
their right, unlike the Aes Sedais.
They are slaves into your world. You're really letting them in? Why are you releasing her?
Bring them to me.
Do something. I can't.
Oh, good job! You're good. You also! Oh, it's really complicated.
What's going
You have to come back for her.
I'm searching for the Karakar, our chief of chiefs.
So where are you going?
Where you go, Wetlander.
What you just said.
I have To. To?
Face?
Jieto is the Aiue. You saved my life. My water is yours.
Ah, you need to pay your debt.
It is not a lover, Wetlander. Though I would not be opposed.
Thank you. Genius and fun.
So, where will we go now?
Farm.
Stop. You're going to get us both killed. First, we need to change our clothes. Soldiers the way they'd be looking for us. They would still be looking for us. Here, follow me. I'm not taking orders from you, Princess. I don't even know you.
Oh, just listen, she's trying to help.
You've always known what you wanted to do. Yet now I'm looking at you. And I don't think you have any idea what you want to do next.
You know her.
He needs protection. And I don't know whether I can provide it, not from what's chasing him. And there's every chance that you, Barthanes, and this entire city will be caught in the crossfire if I make the wrong choice.
You should have stayed away.
You're really sorry.
I know. I know.
You don't want to put them in danger.
I got an excellent piece of advice once from my very smart, much older sister.
Yeah.
Something is upsetting you or making you afraid. You ask yourself one simple question. Is it true? Can you know beyond any doubt that it's true? Can you know beyond any doubt that Ran needs your protection?
excellent advice, wasn't it?
Maybe he needs someone else's protection, not hers.
It means the world to Aes that you've returned. Even if you cannot stay. Perhaps I can.
Oh, you slept! Can you take your hand somewhere else? Ah, it's not round, not for real.
I assume Round learned the truth about you and Keeper Alex. How did you tell him?
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Moiraine, I'm surprised you let her live in the first place.
The dead Aes Sedais is useless.
And one without power isn't.
You think that she can be useful to you?
Interesting. Do you know why the Great Lord walked me first? Why he speaks only to me?
No, Gideon's insane. Greyndor's a vain idiot, and the boys couldn't execute a plan even if they were under compulsion.
God.
For
So I release me.
Even I know what you want. What you've always wanted.
You're getting better in the dream world.
I've had nothing if not time. How does the current dragon measure up to his predecessor?
Randis, softer. And what about the girls? Is your little Aes Sedai pushing them on their way?
I've only just collected them. But one craves power, and the other one fears it.
And the boys?
One that was born mine.
no.
Apparently,
Is he one of them? No.
what do you think Rand will do when he sees his friends all lost?
He will break.
I'm wondering, like, her former lover, it was Ishamael? Or the previous dragon?
With this, you've earned my notice.
That's what he wanted.
You may ask one thing of me. The High Lady Suroth has a gift for you.
Where are you taking me?
Wait.
No, don't be afraid.
Who are you?
They let you sleep free.
The Age. And my ward found you just in time. The High Lady Suroth has put out your descriptions, and everyone in this city is looking for you.
I have brought you a gift, my lord. She was a novice, being trained at the White Tower.
Is your gift to him?
Very long.
Collar her. She must be tamed.
What are you doing to her?
You said I can't sleep with Chiffon.
Yes. She will. If she wanted to hurt you, she's had ample opportunity. But she hasn't. What does she want?
I don't know.
To be close to
She knows
him,
me,
to
she knows
manipulate
how she
him.
wants to speak with me.
But every single one that mentions Lanthea agrees that she loved the Dragon Reborn. And that
Okay.
he loved her.
Our former lover, it was not Ishamael. I was wrong about that. It was a former dragon.
You want me to pretend to be in love with the Forsaken?
Lanthea is working with Ishamael. This could be our only chance to find out what he wants.
Oh, it's taking me so much more time, you know, to follow it.
Finally.
But I'm sorry, but her appearance, you know, her look, her costume during that moment, and the fact that she was like that, The fact that we know that she only wants to be with him because she's in love, I mean, she was in love with the former dragon, so she only wants the new dragon, you know, to be in love with him and all. And that situation at the end, I'm like, that's a weird sexual dream, you know, that they're making together right now. I'm sorry. Oh, that was a big episode, so many things happened. You know, each time it's a 1 hour episode and a lot of things are happening for each character in each, you know, of their narrative arcs and all. But sometimes, for some of them, it's just things, you know, scenes for their developments to make them evolve inside, you know. But right there, it's actual action scenes and really big steps, you know, into their narrative arcs for all of them. Okay, let's take them one by one. Round for sure, with Moiraine, they managed to escape. It was really difficult, they had to use a lot of tricks, a lot of baits, and it was so cruel, you know. The fact that they had to do it and like that, because she killed that horse. After that, she used that woman as a bait. I mean, at first I thought that she was saving her, but no, she was using her, and knowing that she would put her in danger, maybe she would be killed, maybe she would be tortured. At the end of the day, it was a torture, so that was really bad. That's a real question, you know, like, maybe it would have been better for her to be killed at her own place. Maybe it would have been better for her to be killed being used as a bait, at least she's useful to Moiraine and around. Or maybe it's better to live like that for the rest of her life. A real dilemma right there. No matter what, they managed to escape. They went to Moraine's place. That's great because no one knows, you know, about Moraine's family, not really. So Lanfear by herself, she doesn't have that knowledge, so she didn't come right there. So maybe in fact, yes, it's better for them to stay here. Moiraine, she understood that maybe Rand doesn't need her protection. I thought that it was maybe because he needed someone else's protection, but maybe it's just because he doesn't need protection because they are not really after him to kill him. It's to use him, it's to take him for them, but it's not to kill him. Right there, that's a really big risk, you know, to ask that to Rand, because maybe he can never come back from that dream, you know, because he can be manipulated still, like we saw that she managed to do it at first, she can do it again. They had and they still have sincere feelings for each other. I said it, it's not love feelings, but it's still something. I'm not sure on that plan. We'll see about it. Ishamael is making his own plan during this entire time. To go to that place, to use that lady, you know, and her army, to get closer to that lord, so he can give him, you know, what he wanted. But that's not it, you know. Why? For now, he's giving a lot of things to that lord. He gave him, you know, what everyone is looking for. Right there at the end, he gave him another gift with Egwene. We're gonna come back to it. You know, it's a lot of things that he's giving and nothing that he's really taking. He's manipulating the lady. Clearly she wants something, and something more than just having power, having a good place. Like how they talked about it, how he managed, you know, to make her switch so easily by just reminding her what she wants. It means that it's something more personal. I want to know what it is. But no matter what, he's manipulating her, he's using her. She's not that important, you know. She was important to get closer to that lord. But that lord right there, for now, you brought the thing, you brought Egwene, but you never asked really something to him. And I'm not sure that you can use him and manipulate him like you're doing with her. I don't know, you know, why Does he want to be right there? Why does he want to be close to that lord? What can he take, you know, from that position, that situation? Ishamael, I don't understand it for now. I knew that Liandrin was working for him. I knew it. And I was honest with you during the intro. I guessed it editing the last episode, because during the last episode I made the connections between the fact that she hired Min. Min was supposed to meet someone. That someone was Ishamael. So Liandrin is connected to Ishamael, might be working for him. And during this episode, we had the confirmation of it. She is working for Ishamael. She is a black Aja. She broke so many rules, I mean the 3 houses, and she's really betraying them all. She gave Nynaeve, Egwene and Selene to him, you know. Okay, it didn't work well, but still, she did it. At the tower, we have that situation with people beginning to ask questions, with Liandrin who is gonna be suspected and all, but it's really just the beginning of her being discovered. And Liandrin, yes, she was used and manipulated like Ishamael is really using and manipulating everyone. Me, Liandrin, that lady, so many people. Liandrin, you know, even if I guessed that during the editing of the previous episode and I talked about it during this intro, still I'm surprised and disappointed during this episode, because even if I hated the girl for how she was, you know, during the previous episodes with Egwene, with Nynaeve, like all of the things that she said, she made me so mad. So clearly I hated her, but still I thought that she was into our side, you know, that at least we could count on her for that. And in fact, not at all. And that's a disappointment. Even if I hate her as a person, it's still a disappointment for me that I was wrong about her being on our side. And you know, I think that it's mostly a disappointment because for me, something which is important with the Aes Sedais is the fact that they are so loyal to that community, to themselves. Their loyalty, for me, it's one of the main things that I appreciate with them. We saw how much Moiraine, she was loyal to some of her sisters. Right there we had again that moment with Verin coming back and her sisters being so loyal to her. Like, it's really something into this sisterhood, you know, their loyalty to each other. So in fact I'm disappointed maybe a little more because right there she's disloyal to her sisters, and I never thought that really one Aes Sedai could do that. But yes, she did it. Nynaeve, Egwene, Selene, they were taken, kidnapped, 2 managed to escape. Now they're under the protection of one Aes Sedai, and that's great. Egwene was taken. She has that, you know, that color. It's really something like all of them, you know, being used as a slave. They had a conversation about it. I don't remember the names that they used, but in fact, you know, when into our world, you know, like our place, they are considering that women using the wand power, they are Aes Sedai and they are respected, they are feared, but they are respected. Right there, women who can use the wand power, they are used, they are considered as slaves, as potential danger, so they are really used and being slaves and prisoners at the same time, and that color it's for that. For Egwene, like, it seemed so hurtful, so painful. It's really bad. We need to release her, we need to help her, and release quick soon. What Ishamael said, you know, when he described them all, about the fact that Egwene, she wants power, like she's begging for power to use it, when Nynaeve, she's afraid of using it. He talked about Rand, he talked about Perrin, and he talked about Matt, saying that Matt, he created him. No, he didn't say created. He said he's one of mine since the beginning. Can he be one of them, you know, like one of the Forsaken? The girl she talked about two of them, the boys, someone else, I can't remember. No, two of them, the boys, we have Landfear. You know, like, how many of them do we have? How many of the Forsakens can he release? Can he create? I don't know how to say it. That I'm wondering about it. And can it be possible that Matt is one of them? Because you know what Ishamael said? He said he's one of mine since the beginning. Does it mean that you created him since the beginning? I don't know. And you wouldn't know about it, Matt? Like Landfear, for sure, she knows about it and she knows everything that happened before. You know, in her previous life with the former dragon, all of that. We have also Perrin. During this episode, the fact that he said no to the pack, that's already something important. It shows his pack, you know, to go after his friends, to help them. That's great because we're gonna need his help right there. But I'm not okay already with that choice, you know. I don't think that there is a choice to make between his friends and his pack. Like, he can be all of it, like, I truly think so. And after that, he met that girl, I can't remember her name. And you know, Nael, and you know, at first I thought that she had some powers, and in fact, no, it doesn't seem so. Like, she's fighting so well, that's so great, but for me it's more a question of training and what she said about her people, also the fact that they are in exile into that territory, which is so rough, because of a sin that people committed so long ago that none of them remember really what it is. First, I hate that, for sure. People who are punished for something that they never committed, nope, I'm not okay with it. But maybe, you know, because of that, you know, because of that territory being so rough, they have to train to defend themselves, and that's why they are so good, you know, at fighting. Dancing with the spears, that's what she said. That's great, and she has some principles, you know, about the fact that right there she has a debt to pay to Perrin because he saved her, and she has that goal of finding her chief. Maybe it's gonna be Perrin at the end of the day. And that guy also that they chose to not kill, I think that we're gonna see him again and it's gonna be important. His name, I don't know. Like, maybe it's someone important to that universe and maybe I should remember him, you know, maybe his name was already mentioned during the season 1. But right now, I don't remember it. But I think that we're gonna see him again. Like, I think also that the wedding between Moiraine's nephew and that queen, you know, is gonna be important. So many things happen. So many things. We're progressing a lot, you know, into each narrative arcs. Really, we made big steps right there. Maybe I would have loved, you know, for Liandrin's reveal, you know, to be more important, bigger than that. To be really made as a shock, because right there it was introduced by that scene between Nynaeve and her, you know, that discussion. Nynaeve, she guessed it, so she told her so. I would have loved maybe to have directly the scene with Liandrin giving the girls to them, so maybe it would have been more shocking, more a big reveal, you know. Maybe. Okay, it was cool, it was really cool. Whew, it was a lot. Tell me, what did you think about it? Tell me if you guessed, you know, for Liandrin, if you never read the books. Tell me also, what do you think about this episode, the adaptation and all of that. Like always, I'm interested by it. And yes, I'm sorry, maybe you were expecting for me to be shocked, you know, for that reveal for Liandrin, but I explained to you during the intro that I had a big theory about it because during the editing of the previous episode I understood things and I didn't want to hide it, you know, from you and to act like, oh, no, I was shocked during this episode. No, I want to tell you each time where am I on my series, you know, at that moment, and how I'm evolving with them, because I want you guys to understand how I'm functioning, and also how this show is written and giving me clues, because you guys who read the books, you know already everything, and maybe you want to see if some things, you know, into the show are working on people who didn't read the books, and because of that, you know, you have the answers. Are they great enough to put some clues into their show? Obviously, not so obviously. I think that it's cool for that also. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.